I'm finding myself differing with the conclusions, and I was just wondering if you'd be willing to pray that no matter what, that my heart would be open, and that if you were to be wrong, I would feel terrible if you were to lose faith also in this, because...
Well, thank you so much for calling. I think I've answered your question, and shall we take our next call, please? Welcome to Open Forum.
Is this the prophet Harold Camping?
Well, every true believer, I have to be careful how I answer that. If you are using the word prophet as if I'm something special, then I don't want to answer it, because every true believer, every elect of God who's become saved is a prophet. A prophet is someone who declares the word of God to someone else. And, and every true believer is given that mandate. Now, did you have a question?
Yeah, Deuteronomy 18:19 through 22.
Deuteronomy 18, verse 19 to 22. There we read, and it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. And if they say in thine heart, how shall we know the word which Jehovah hath not spoken? When a prophet speaketh in the name of Jehovah, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which Jehovah hath not spoken. The prophet hath spoken it presumptuously, thou shalt not be afraid of him. Now you see, this was a very, very important principle before the Bible was completed, because again and again God gave messages to individuals through a dream or a vision or speaking directly to them, which became in turn a part of the Word of God. And so there were prophets who were false prophets, and they would come to the congregation using very honeyed words, very holy words, and saying, oh, God gave me a wonderful piece of information I want to share with you. And the people could not tell. They had no way of knowing whether that prophet spoke of his own mind or from Satan, or whether it came from God, until they saw whether whatever he prophesied did or did not come to pass. But when God completed the Bible about 2,000 years ago, then God gave us a far better way to fight, to smoke out the false prophets. He said in Revelation 22, verse 18, if anyone adds to the words of the prophecy of this book, that is of the Bible, I will add to him the plagues written herein. So the moment that someone says, and there have been all kinds of preachers and evangelists who have fallen into this snare, they said, this week, I heard a voice right from God, and he said thus and so. Or I had a dream, and I know it was Christ speaking to me. Or I saw this glorious vision. Instantly, when any of these things were said, we would know instantly that that was a false prophet, because God has no word that he has given to anybody once the Bible was completed. We are not to add to the words of the prophecy of this book, and God follows that also. So we don't have to wait to see what this prophet is teaching, whether it'll come to pass or not. All we have to do is find out where did he get the information, and if it came just from the Bible. And we can check him by looking in the Bible to see if it really came from the Bible. And so God has made it way, way, way easier today to detect a false prophet. But thank you for calling and sharing. And shall we take our next call, please? Welcome to Open Forum.
Good afternoon.
Man.